This is the Halftime Show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
It sure is that time. It's the Halftime Show with Omar Adori. I'm your host, covering everything sport, international and local. Shout out to everyone who's tuned in, whether it's 95 FM, Pulse95Radio.com, our app, Sharjah Broadcasting Authority, or if you're chilling at home watching us live on YouTube. On the show today, Mohamed Abdullateef is on the show today. Yeah! Exactly, Lil John. I'm so gassed. I can't wait because you know what? He's a UAE professional basketball player and he's here live.
What?
Yes. What's up, Abdullateef? How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Man, nice to have you in the studio, man.
Man, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. We've been affiliated and known each other for a while. Thanks to shout out to the special guests today in the studio, Nadia and Iman. Is that right?
Yes, my wife and daughter, man. They're my number one support.
Amazing. And I wanted to ask you actually, like, when did your journey begin in basketball?
My journey began ever since I was born. My father is considered a legend in the sport in the UAE. Mm-hmm. He is one of the best players ever played in the UAE, and definitely is the best center who played in the UAE. He was the tallest player. Mm-hmm. So basically, as soon as I was born, I was around basketball, and I would say I would start playing competitively at around age of 10, but I started playing ever since I remember.
Okay, so you grew up in it, literally.
Literally.
So you were watching him doing his thing, being the greatest, and then all of a sudden you kind of fall into it. Was there kind of a pressure for you to get into because of the big boots you had to fill?
I'm sure there is, but I didn't feel it much. My father didn't put any pressure on me to be a great basketball player. He just wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do. So there was pressure around people outside of the family, like, oh, your father was a legend. But to be honest, I took it in a positive way because I was like, oh, my father's a legend. That's a nice thing. So I didn't feel any pressure, to be honest.
Nice, I like that. And I was going to ask you who was your idol growing up. So that would obviously be one of them.
Yeah, of course.
Did you have any other idols as well growing up?
Yeah, I would say when I first started playing competitively and I took the game seriously is when it was Kobe Bryant's prime. And I remember back in the days when we had the CPU, big desktop computers. And obviously because of the time difference, I was not able to watch NBA live. Okay. So I was able to watch the highlights. So I'll always watch Kobe Bryant playing his highlights, and then I would go and copy his moves in the yard outside of the house. So yeah, Kobe Bryant was my idol.
Well, I mean, he was something special. What was it for you that stood out about Kobe that made him who he was?
His passion to be the best, and his confidence, and the hard work, because I felt like he gave. Because what we know of these special players is they're talented from God. That's why they're good. But Kobe showed us if you work hard, you can be one of the best players. So that is the most thing. To be honest, I didn't think about that till now. But to be honest, I feel like that's what I resonate with Kobe Bryant, the hard work.
The Mamba mentality.
The Mamba mentality, exactly.
Yeah. What was your ambition like growing up? Obviously, you'd seen your father do his thing. You'd seen the legacy that he built. What was your personal ambition growing up?
I didn't have an agenda. I didn't have things I wanted to achieve. The only ambition I had is to be the best player I can be today. The best player I can be in this practice. The best player I can be playing one-on-one with my brothers. The best player I can be playing in the park with my friends. So that was my ambition. That was my drive. If I failed that day, I would go home and work out so I can be better the next day. And I'm still doing that. That's still my ambition.
And has that helped you kind of never be complacent, to always try and do more?
Yes, and not only in basketball, in my life overall. It's always learning, always working, always trying to be better, trying to be better than the day before. So I guess that lifestyle in basketball transferred into my day-to-day life, and that is how I became as a person.
Excellent. And you mentioned something earlier. You said, with your brothers. But how does it feel to share the court with your brothers at a high level?
Yeah, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. We just started doing it now because of the conflict. Like, I started earlier because I'm the eldest. I was there alone, so I experienced playing alone. And then my second brother came, and then now my youngest brother came. I can feel a difference. I get more confidence when I see them with me. They inspire me. I get like strength from them. So, and sense of security. Like when in sports, everybody knows you need chemistry in the game.
Yeah.
If you have 3 brothers in the team, that raises your the whole team chemistry levels.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot tremendously.
You know what I like about what you just said there, Tifa? You said they inspire you. Even though you're the older brother, you're the one that, let's say, put your foot in the door first. How did they inspire you?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
People would imagine the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see them there. I'm like, wow, that's my younger brother doing it at a higher level and smashing it. So I was like, man, I have to be there for him, and I have to be better so I can help my brothers in the court. So I guess that's how I get inspired by them.
And I think right here now on the Instagram, you've got a couple of comments coming in. That's nice. Go on, Lateef from Fiona. Broski hey, from Nadia Nads, we know who that is. Ooze Bros says word. And Rada saying, good question. Thanks, Rada. I appreciate that. And Florin, I was just talking about you earlier. I was telling Lateef that Florin tunes in from New York every time. He's actually in early this time, so he's going to catch your whole episode. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this. We're going to keep the music going. This one is by Maz Mars, and it's called Ma Muhim. Enjoy it, folks. See you right after the break.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
It sure is that time, and it's a good vibe here in the studio. I'm your host, Omar Adori, on the Halftime Show in the heart of Sharjah on Pulse 95. And on the show today, if you're just tuning in, Mohamed Abdullateef is on the show. We were talking a lot of good things in the break as well, and we're having a good time here in the studio. Lateef, let me talk to you, man. Firstly, congratulations on the recent success.
Thank you.
Really, really happy to see you guys doing your thing and shining as always. There was a question during the break, and Dino from the UK sent me a question, and he said, Omar, ask him, who's the better brother? And no pressure, but all the brothers are right now on the Instagram live. So let's go, let's hear it.
First of all, thanks, Dino. And for the best player out of the brothers, I would answer it like this. We are 3 brothers, and fortunately, we all play different positions, so we have different set of skills.
Very good.
My middle brother plays like my father. He's a center.
Okay.
So he's the biggest one out of us.
Yeah.
My younger brother, he plays point guard, shooting guard. So he's more skilled. And I am the slasher. So I'm in between as guard and a big.
Okay.
So I can do both.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So, and they can only do one position. So I think there's the answer, I guess, without saying the answer.
You know what? One of your brothers actually messaged and also said, this is like a family affair, I love it. Who's better, you or dad?
Ooh.
That's young Lateef right there.
Well, my dad is a legend, man. Yeah. When I win more championships than him, then I would be like, yes, I'm better. So I'm going to wait. Time will tell.
He answers well, Nadia. He's a good answer. You can't tell this is his first time on here. This is brilliant. Another question coming in. What training drill do you hate the most and has the most impact on your game?
Ooh.
That's a great question.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I love training, so I don't think I cannot use hate. Yeah. But I can say that I like the least. Off-ball training. Anything without the ball is I like the least. I like training with the ball. So I would say, and obviously it has the most impact from injury prevention to stamina to athleticism, because I'm an athletic player, so that's very important, the off-ball training. So those kind of trainings.
Interesting. I mean, you got a couple of comments here as well, but I need to ask some questions as well. And thank you for training him well, Nadia, by the way. It's very well media trained. They're right there. Okay, so representing your national team, Lateef, how does that feel, man? I know that it might be normal to you, but for a lot of people, man, they aspire to get there. How does it feel to represent your national team?
Yeah, exactly. You said it well. I've been playing the national team since I was 18, so that's like 12 years now. Yeah, it definitely feels normal to me. But I always sit there like, wow, I'm representing my country to achieve goals
Yeah.
representing my country, raising my country's flag.
Yeah.
And every time we sing the national anthem, the amount of pride I feel doing it before every game is, I cannot describe the feeling. And I guess the best moment is when we received the medal for the Gulf Cup. And when we did the national anthem after receiving the gold medal, that was the loudest I've been and the proudest I've been to represent my country.
And that was the recent success in Kuwait that you just came back from?
Yes, exactly.
Traveling out there, being with the team, coming back with the gold, it must fill your heart with pride, man.
Yeah. Honestly, we were the underdogs from the media, from people outside of the team. But we as players, we believed in ourselves. And like I said earlier, we like to come and compete, whatever the game or practice. We just compete to win. Going to Kuwait, Kuwaiti are amazing in basketball. They have a huge fan base, so every game was very loud. Like, it was loud, I cannot talk to my teammates. That's how loud it is. We had to do signs for the plays. So it was tough. Every team was better than the other. And for us to achieve it, it was a very huge, especially nobody expecting that we can. That made it even better and more exciting for us to do it.
Is that the most hostile environment you've been in as a player? Or has there been more?
Yeah, there've been more.
Like what? Tell me what has been like most intimidating crowd you've had to face.
I would say the crowd was amazing, but the stadium was big. I went to Bahrain. They're known for their crowd. And their crowd are like the Boston Celtics crowd.
Okay.
So you can imagine. And their stadium is smaller.
Right.
So I remember
more trapped.
I remember at some point in the game against the host, our coach had to move the bench inside the court so we can hear him.
Okay.
Yeah, because the fans are right behind us.
Yeah.
So that is the most intense, I guess, in Bahrain.
Okay, we got another question here coming in saying, favorite player in the UAE beside yourself?
Oh, that's a good question.
Young Latif right there.
My brothers, they have the best question.
Hey, listen, I would have invited him here if I'd known he'd take my job.
I would choose my teammates since I was 10 years old. Pace.
Okay, big up Pace.
It's amazing.
Okay,
amazing.
Now on the court we've heard about it and we've heard about different things, but how do you reset?
Reset for me is easy. Family. Started off with my brother, young Latif Ahmed. After anything, just being around him just helps me reset and know myself, and I can go back with full of energy. And then the circle grew with my younger brother, my sister, and obviously with the new addition, my wife Nadia, and the newest addition, Iman. So every time going around family, that's my reset. I would say family.
Nice. And do you find it hard to disconnect from basketball?
Actually, no. Actually, when I'm around my family, I can disconnect easily.
Okay, amazing. Question here coming in. Out of the 25 titles you have won, which one has meant the most and had the most impact on you?
Obviously, the last one, the national team one, because I'm representing my country. And it was the most difficult. Okay,
another question here from Davis. What words of advice would you give the young players coming up?
Man, I always, being one of the elder players, I always try to give advice to the younger players, man. So many different things for different players, for different individuals. I cannot say the same thing to every person. But if I had to say an overall thing is just to enjoy every moment. When I say enjoy, it's not like you just have fun, and it's giving it 100% every moment.
Yeah, I like that. All right, I'm getting warm with him, Nadia. He's answering them nicely here. So we're going to take a quick break. Keep the tunes coming up with some Miss You Bad, Burna Boy, and we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere, folks. See you in a bit.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
It sure is that time. And when we hear that beat, we know it's that time. It's the fire round. Yeah! Oh boy, I can't wait for it, and it's happening right now. For those guys who were on the Instagram live before I got disconnected, apologies for that. But if you send your questions back, I'll ask it to Lateef before we wrap up. And before we have the fire round, obviously with all these questions coming in, let's ask him that now before we take this another level. So, Lateef, we had a couple of questions here for you. Let's see. How do you prepare yourself for a big game?
I try to be as present as I can. I try not to think of the game. So I try to be present with whatever I'm doing. I'm eating lunch. I try to just eat lunch, not distract myself with so many things. So that way, when I'm playing the game, I'm also present, only playing the game. So I would say being as present as I can.
Okay. When are you getting to the NBA?
I'm not getting into the NBA.
There's your answer. Hasuna's asking, how do you prepare yourself for a big game?
Oh, I answered that. Being present.
Being present, sorry about that. And then, how do you recover mentally in-game when having a bad game?
Oh, that takes experience, man. That takes experience, because at the beginning if I had a bad start, I would just tell the coach, take me out. I cannot go back in. But right now, when I have a bad start, I feel upset. I feel angry. The thing that I do differently is I allow myself to feel upset and angry.
Okay.
And that will help me overcome it, because it's normal to feel angry and upset, and it's normal to have a bad start.
Right.
So that helps me to jump back. Otherwise, in the beginning, I used to just fight those feelings, and it's chaos till the end of the game.
Okay. What sacrifices did you find the hardest to make in your career in basketball?
Family time, obviously. Family time, traveling with family, going out on dates with my wife. Especially now having a daughter, like I always want to be there. Like because with the national team, we've been out of the country for months. 2 months, and that's the big, especially the first months of a baby's growing up. They grow up fast. So family time, I would say.
Okay. We still got questions coming in, but I need to get you on this fire round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade the music out like this. You can still hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, and then I'm going to switch up the music. And we are going to start the fire round now. Okay, here we go. You ready, Lateef?
Yes.
All right. Favorite cheat meal?
Karak from Project Chaiwala. Specifically, shout out.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know. I forgot.
Favorite basketball player?
Stephen Curry.
Favorite coach?
Dr. Munir. National team coach.
Milk or cereal first?
Oh, cereal first. Obviously.
Best player you have ever played with?
My brothers.
He's got this on lock. The greatest player to ever play the game?
Oh, the goats. LeBron James.
Okay. Ali's also asking you, Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo all day. See.
Song you get pumped to?
I'm a piano nowadays. I'm a piano genre. It's amazing.
Okay. If you could have any guest and you had a podcast going on, who would you have on?
I would have on J. Cole.
Okay. Favorite sports brand?
Puma right now. Puma.
Okay. Mental health. What do you think of mental health?
The most important, especially for athletes.
Okay.
My next goal is to bring a psychologist into our team.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Favorite burger place?
Drip Burger all day. Everybody should try it.
You're welcome, Nadia. Okay, if you could sit around the table with 3 legends, any sport, who would it be?
LeBron James, Stephen Curry, that's 2 basketball. And I would choose the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo.
Really?
Let's go. Yeah.
I didn't see that third one coming.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, man, the GOAT himself.
Okay. Ice baths or sauna?
Sauna.
Grapefruit juice.
Depends.
Okay. Favorite smoothie? What would you put in there?
Peanut butter, protein shake, protein powder, obviously, banana, berries, dates, and yeah, that's it.
To win the biggest competition with your club or the Asian qualifiers with your country?
Ooh.
That was all me, I'm just going to say.
Ooh. my country.
100%.
100%.
Okay, you didn't even start to... That seemed easy.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Okay. Best dunker in the family?
Lateef himself, me, the older one.
Okay. J. Cole or Drake?
Oh, that's a very good one.
That's his sister.
J. Cole.
Out of all the questions I asked him, that's the one he found difficult.
Yeah, man. These two, man, influenced my life a lot.
Okay. The real GOAT is Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Again, you didn't even stutter.
Didn't think about it.
Okay. Steph Curry or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Okay, so you're going all out with him. Okay. And great question, Davis. What do you think of the halftime show?
Amazing, man. I'm having the time of my life.
I appreciate that. He said Puma, says Nads, and Ali was very happy with your Cristiano thing. Let me also ask you, if you had to be a coach, how would your approach be?
Oh man, being a coach, like growing up in sports, like man, I keep blaming the coach, do this, do that, but man, now growing up and seeing what the coach has to deal with, I have no idea how to answer the question, man.
That's a good one, huh?
Yeah, it's a very good one.
Okay.
Like the coach's job is very difficult. I'd rather be a player all day.
Okay. DC or Marvel?
DC.
Ahmed or Hamid?
Oh, I cannot answer that. That's now.
Celtics or GSW?
GSW gonna win it for sure.
Okay. Favorite sibling? Your sister's getting you in trouble here, you know.
No, my sister is my favorite.
I gave you the hint. There you go.
That's easy.
You can thank me later. Okay, all right. We're here and we're doing things big. We're going to take a quick break. That was his fire round. He survived, man. He survived. He did. And we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after this, folks. Let's keep having fun. Enjoy the vibes. We'll be right back.
This is the halftime show with Omar Adori on Pulse 95.
It sure is that time, and I can't believe it's almost full time on the halftime show. And I'm here with my man, Mohamed Abdullateef, the UAE professional basketball player who is smashing up the waves on the hour. For those people asking all the questions from Egypt to New York to the UAE, thank you very much for sending all your questions. We really appreciate it. I'm going to dive straight into this, man. They've been asking a lot of things during the break. I'm going to shoot these questions towards you. Any hidden talents? Dino's asking.
If you ask my family, my hidden talent is dancing.
Okay.
I'm talented in that.
So he got the rhythm. Okay, great. And what else do I have here? Best lessons you took from a game or a championship?
That bad things will happen. It's indefinite. So that gave me a lot of lesson in my life as well, to expect bad things and be able to handle them.
Yeah. Abdullateef is saying, all in all, I'm very proud of you, Mo, and the team, keeping the family name high. I like that.
Thank you very much. Nice to hear that.
And Davis is saying, it's amazing to see these guys getting at the level they are in now. Keep it up and keep encouraging the youth. That's a very good one. Yes. Another question coming in. 3 things your coach does to get the best out of you.
Oh, the 3 things are shouting, and shouting.
So do you respond well to that? Does that get you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wakes me up.
Okay.
It wakes me up to be there.
Okay.
Be present.
So a lot of players react differently to different approaches, but that works for you.
The ego levels. Yeah.
Okay. What's been your most memorable game?
The final, GCC final. That was my most memorable game.
Amazing. What would you do to improve the league? That's another great question. Young Lateef, that is, you can thank for that one.
Wow, a lot of things, man. A lot of things. The main thing we can do is we can learn from other successful leagues and try to implement bits and stuff from them into our league so we can improve them.
Yeah. 3 personal goals that you have for the upcoming season.
To win as much as we can. That's obviously one main goal, and the second goal would be to encourage the younger players to become their best they can be. That's one of my main goals, especially when growing up, seeing the young players. That's the main thing I want to do, is encourage them to become better. And the third goal...
Yeah, go on.
The third goal would be to continue playing with my brothers, man.
I like that.
That's amazing.
You know, you mentioned the young players. Do you encourage them to be creative, or do you feel they have to have a template to work under? This is my own question for you.
Exactly. That's a very good question. That is what I'm exactly trying to encourage them to be, is to be creative. Because when you're playing in a high level, the coaches expect you to do things in a template.
Yeah.
But the players forget to understand that they're playing a sport. Sport is like art. You have to be creative. You cannot just follow what coaches tell you. The coach will put a template so you can be creative in that template. So I encourage them to be as creative as they can be, even if they're going to mess up. It's better to be creative and mess up than to just follow the template without being creative.
Nice. Good answer. What's your favorite shoes to play with? That's from Mohamed.
Yo, Mohamed. My favorite shoe right now is Puma, man. I have like 4 different colors of the same shoes, and I change them every
mix
game.
And match.
Mix and match. Exactly.
Okay. Dino's is dropping these questions. Well, what's your pizza toppings?
Oh, Dino. It's a great question. Pineapple.
Okay. No. You cause an uproar.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I like the triple cheese.
Okay.
I love cheese. Yeah.
All right. Do you ever get tired of winning?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, it's a very good question. It depends. Winning what? Yeah, it depends. But yeah, you can get tired. I do get tired of winning. Yeah.
Here's one from me to you. I like to throw my questions in every now and then. Is losing more important for winning?
It is very important. Losing is very important. With the national team, we lost so many times to be able to win. It is very important.
Okay.
You learn more from losing than winning. When you win, you don't learn anything because your ego is high. You're just happy and you move on. But when you lose, you go back at the game and you see every single thing.
That's what I was looking for. Would you consider playing abroad?
Right now...
He's looking over.
Exactly. I'm looking over to my wife and my daughter. Depending on where, I guess. Yeah.
And if you could do it all over, would you change anything?
I would change my approach, but no, I wouldn't change other than my approach.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things happening for you coming up, man. And I wanted to ask you, like, obviously basketball's going great at the moment now, but what's coming up for you? Yeah,
there's so many things, man. First of all, I want to thank you for what you're doing to the sport, especially in Sharjah and overall in the UAE, the exposure you're giving. Like, I've been following you on Instagram, especially with the growth that sports is having in the region right now. And you giving it exposure is very important. We need more people like you.
Thank you.
And that's very important for the sports. I guess building the culture is very important. And that's what I'm trying to be a part of, to build a culture so we can have a better experience in sports.
Yeah.
And in the UAE, we have the urban culture. We have all this westernized culture, but we're not connecting it to sports. And sports is a very important lifestyle, and everybody does it. So my goal is to be able to connect those cultures and to raise the level of sports in the UAE and the exposure in the UAE.
I like that. And I think it's important for people like yourself to be in it with your brothers, because you're looking at generations and you guys are still active and doing things, so it's hard to ignore, but yet at the same time your work ethic will be able to inspire each generation from the brothers to kind of reach that spot. And I think that's massive for you. That's why I wanted to get you on the show, is because obviously not just winning the Gulf Cup, which is amazing, by the way, but it's also the fact that having people like yourself and your brothers keep that level high, so that, you know, sky's the limit every single time. It's so important to have you guys down. You know, it's important for us.
Exactly.
Okay, where can we follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram. I'm active on Instagram at MOLATEEF11.
And competition-wise, what have you got coming up?
Right now, we're going back to the clubs. I play for Shabab Al-Ahli.
Yep.
We have the main competition that we're having next year is the Gulf. It's going to be played in a Champions League format, home and away. And then we advance to East Asia, and then from East Asia to whole of Asia, and then to the world Champions League competition against everybody in the world. So that will be, and it's a new format, and we are going to be the first teams to experience that. So we are trying to get as far as we can, and we have the tools to be able to get to that level.
Yeah, amazing, man. Thank you for shining light on the show, man. It was
thank you for having me.
It was great having you down. I hope you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed having my family here, my wife here, my daughter, my cousins are there as well, from America, from everywhere, man. So shout out to them, my friends, and the people from New York, like you said, and Dino with his questions.
Yes, absolutely. And so, I'm sure you've got some more supporters now, you know, who will be tracking all the progress you do, man.
Exactly. I would love the support, man. We need the support. We need all the support.
And that is full time on the Halftime Show. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, you can catch the show every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 3 to 4 UAE time. And if you do miss the show, don't worry, head over to our podcast and check out the Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, or if you prefer a visual. And the episode will come out very soon on our YouTube channel, Pulse 95 Radio, where you can see Mohamed Abdullateef, the whole episode. If you missed it, it's going to be on our YouTube channel very, very soon. Hint, hint, Mario. We'll see you guys very soon. Hey, man, what a pleasure, bro.
Thank you, man, for having me.
My pleasure. Take care, guys. Have a blessed Saturday, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace and love.
If you liked this episode of The Halftime Show, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.